there was a young girl. And as she entered a room filled with warmth and the glow of love of two wonderful elderly women in her life, her grandmother and her great aunt. They were sisters. It's a tale of two sisters and what effect they had on my life. I was very impressionable. I'd flown to California with my grandmother to visit my great aunt. 11 years old, entering California, LA, Hollywood, and I was only 11 years old, 58 years ago. And in that room, as I experienced the love of both, but visually, it was impactful. I hadn't seen my great aunt in many, many years. And they were close in age, but it impressed upon me the difference, the physical difference in these two wonderful elderly women. Both of them eyes twinkled and full of love, but two of them had lived two separate, different lifestyles. My grandmother had smoked cigarettes and drank bottled colas her whole life. And I could see the ravages of what those things had done to her. I was beginning to put that together as her bones were breaking down, as she lost her glow, her face full of wrinkles. And I couldn't help but notice quite a striking difference from my great aunt. Now, my great aunt, her skin glowed, her hair was shiny, and she sat up straight. And I wondered to myself, why are these two women so different? Even at that young age, I knew something separated them drastically, and it made an impression. Later that evening, as my great aunt and I wandered into the kitchen, I asked her, what was it that made her skin look so flawless at her aging years? And she shared some of those secrets with me. And the saying comes to mind. Have you ever heard that saying? An ounce of prevention equals a pound of cure. And the things that she began to share with me, just like a light bulb went off. Even then, that moment, that vacation, going with my grandmother, traveling such a long distance, my first time on an airplane, meeting my great aunt, and knowing that these life lessons would stay with me forever, and they have. I can say with the age that I've reached now that I can share some of these things with confidence that they work. So one of the first things that I can say that I learned from her was just skin protection. Avoid the sun at all costs. Wear sunglasses and a hat every time you go outside. And to this day, from that time on, I did. Never tan my face. Now, was I good with the rest of my body? No. But with my face, I was really good with it. And I think it's 69, almost 69 in a few months. My skin really shows that I did something. And then later on, it came to the realization that I needed to really not smoke. And so I stopped. That was in my young 20s. And then around 40, for specific reasons, health reasons, I decided to eliminate colas and their ingredients and sugars out of my lifestyle. I think that was another ounce of prevention. And all of this in mind was because I was really impressed, even at a young age, that somehow, if I did things right then, that maybe my skin would age the way that my great aunt's skin had aged. And so just through reading or hearing things, I put those things into practice, an ounce of prevention. And about 10 years ago, I started hearing about and thinking about sleep wrinkles. I've read some things about sleep wrinkles and what they can do to your face. So sleep wrinkles are those lines that will form on your forehead. They're the vertical lines, not these horizontal lines. And you can see, I have a few of those. No, I don't do Botox, and that's why you can see I do have wrinkles. Yes, I have some wrinkles there and a real crinkle. You see, I can see lines around my eyes, crow's feet. Skin aging, according to your sleep, can happen is in your sleep wrinkles. It's in how you sleep. So that's where the story comes around to why I want to share with you an ounce of prevention. And that ounce of prevention that I discovered 10 years ago, but I didn't have quite yet the thing to use, was the fact that I should not sleep on my side or on my stomach. Now, I'm that person that give me 15 minutes to go to sleep. Start on my left side, sleeping like this, right? Squishing the face in a pillow. Roll to my back. I couldn't sleep on my back then. Roll to my other side, and then eventually my perfect sleep situation was on my stomach with my face smushed into my pillow. Okay, so that thing went off that I thought, I can see where that can really cause a problem with your skin aging and wrinkling. So I started practicing and learning to sleep on my back. Not my favorite position. It's become that way. It took a while of forcing myself to wait, when I would kind of wake up and realize I was on my stomach, to flip. Or I'd wake up and I was on my side. I'd flip to my back. But the pillows weren't real comfortable to do that with. So I am going to share with you today a pillow. This was sent to me, but this is that pillow. It's called Sleep and Glow. And this pillow is shaped to be able to sleep in a way that isn't going to age your skin. So this is an ounce of prevention for a pound of cure. If these are one of the things that I can share with you that I have done to keep your face from aging or increasing as much as it could possibly do, if there are just some things in this video, in this story, that I hope it will help you realize that something like a pillow can absolutely change how your face is going to age. Now, this pillow is designed, it is so soft, the materials, the memory type foam that it's made with, it's made in Italy. So I trust where it's coming from. I really like to support a company like that. But can you see that there is this channel here that is for your side sleeping? So when you go to sleep on your face, guess what doesn't happen? There's no squishing to cause these vertical lines here and your myriad lines, your labial folds around your eyes, or those up and down vertical wrinkles on your forehead. This is going to prevent that. It's going to cradle your face with no puffiness in the morning, because I'm also love lymphatic drainage, and I believe that when you sleep on your back and your face, that lymphatic drainage has a better way to get out, that lymphatic fluids to get to just flow out of your face while you sleep if your head is cradled. And this does have, it's like a circular pocket right here. And you can see it's not a high profile that's going to really bend your head forward where you're going to get that tech neck or those wrinkles across your face, across your neck, But it's going to do that. Also, when you roll over to your stomach, again, you're going to be able to cradle your face. So this pillow is going to allow me to go back to, stomach sleeping, which I actually sleep really well when I do that. I really like it. It comes covered like this, as you can see. And then also they send you this beautiful satin pillow case to go on it. Now, silky satin pillowcase. And that's important to me. I have been sleeping on silk and satin for my face, not to get that texture rubbing against your face and friction for my skin. I've been doing that for years, for probably 2 decades. And this has always already been a part of my ounce of prevention. And then it also comes with an additional layer to go inside that just gives it that extra lift or cushion you might need. You can use it or not use it. So I want you to check out and think about some of the things I shared. If worrying about wrinkles and skin aging and puffiness for your face has bothered you, or you're worried about it, if you'll start now, especially if you're younger and somehow you're seeing this video from the 69-year-old woman, I hope you'll listen, that if you start now, that ounce of prevention will give you a more flawless face later on in life. So, as you can see here, it's gone pretty well. My neck, my chest, and again, I think sleeping on my back has really helped the chest wrinkles and my neck wrinkles and my face. So I'm loving the idea of this pillow. So I'm going to start using it every day and get accustomed to it and see how it goes. And I'll update you on this bedtime story and what kind of ending I had with it. So I hope you'll watch the video, subscribe, and get the notification bell so that when I come out with my next video, that you'll be able to know exactly what my experience was in transitioning to it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and my bedtime story, and stay tuned for the next one.